Armour. Our eyes shut tight as we scurry through life unshaped. No plan or right, we just pretend to be brave. It's so amazing how the bullet shots fall on the ground. Our unseen armour seems to keep them down. Blessed with hope and faith is keeping us. All of the things we have been through, we just cannot believe this luck. So what has kept us? Why are we still here? If we said we knew, that would not be sincere. A cat has 9 lives, we seem to have so much more, protected by the unknown, invisible acts for sure. Bold on the surface, vulnerable inside, our invisible protected armour is what we use to hide.
Armour was written, I think, quite recently. And when I say recently, relatively recently in terms of, I've been writing since I was 8 years old. So it was written within the last year. And within the last year, I have to say that I have definitely become more into myself. As a youngster growing up, I've always been out there, the rebellious one, the girl in class who's going to fight the boy, the one who's going to defend, the one who isn't going to think about how she looks, what she's going to say. Me as that person back then, there wasn't any sort of deep analysis of who I was and why. You understand? Knowing that there were insecurities, but I weren't acknowledging those insecurities, as a child. I just went with whatever was coming out. However, within the last year, I realised that, the laughter, I am laughter now. The emotional person who I am now. The person who will hug you, the person who will just say it as it is. I understand where that comes from because I am that now. And it's about knowing now that the confidence that I had as a child was an act. It was something that I put there to do what I needed to do. Do you understand? If I needed to go to an interview, I was confident because I needed to be confident because that is what I needed to demonstrate. In the last year, I realised that the act is what I am now. The act is what I became. The act is Claudette. Armour, I put on the protection to protect me, but I am what I am. And it's all right, It's okay.
Bold on the surface, vulnerable inside, our invisible protected armour is what we use to hide.
Within Armour, for me it is quite explicit where it says, bold on the surface. And, that is very much me and how I have been. That boldness and that confidence to carry off whatever I need to do and just to hide the vulnerability, the vulnerable person, the person who might be crying, the person, who actually might want to run away and hide. But because I put on this armour and because I put on this boldness, I'm actually able to face the world. And that's what Armour is about. It's about facing the world.